from home that make you actually a lot more than taking a, quote, 9-to-5 job and drop them at the daycare. Yes, you can work an extra job for a short period of time while you're cleaning up messes. The other thing about not making ends meet is the income side is part of the equation. The other side is the outgo. You may, if your wife is going to choose to be a stay-at-home mom, I think it's a wonderful choice. That may dictate the neighborhood you live in.
Right, so it's good to make that decision, just you've got to live at the lifestyle you can afford.
Yeah, you got to run the math and go, okay, here's how it works. You wouldn't believe the number of times I have sat coaching someone on a radio show or in person that I look down and the difference between her being at home and she's desperate to be at home with the kids full time, the difference is a car payment. And I said, sell the stupid van and go home. And they look at you like, wow, that was revelation. But they were $500 apart on being able to come home.
Well, you're hitting on this issue of how you get out of debt. You've got some very specific steps that you coach people. Can you give us some of those steps as to how we get out of debt?
Well, one thing you've got to do is you've got to be intense about it. You have to be fired up and wired up.
So not haphazard.
You can wander into debt. You can't wander out. Think Biggest Loser for money. You know, very intense. I mean, we're sacrificing so much so that your broke friends think you've lost your mind and joined a cult. You know, I mean, we're going to go crazy here. We're selling so much stuff the kids think they're next. The dog's on eBay, the cat's on Craigslist. I mean, we're going bananas. So one thing is to be very intense. Two is to sell some things and make some lifestyle decisions to where you're going to get your lifestyle under your income so that you can give, invest, and meet your long-term goals. But it may mean you don't have an 80-inch big screen. Life goes on. And so you've got to make some choices. No is a word that'll set you free. And then we use the debt snowball, where you list your debts smallest to largest, pay minimum payments on everything but the little one, and attack the little one with a vengeance. When that one's gone, attack the next one down. When that one's gone, you've got those two payments, attack the third one down. That snowball rolls over and picks up more snow. Mathematically, people say, well, Dave, you should pay off the highest interest rate first, because mathematically that's correct. Yes, but if we were doing math, we wouldn't have credit card debt. So this is not about math.
That's a good perspective there.
This is about you got to have some wins in an area that's always owned you, and now you got to own it. This area of money, it's time for you to take it by the throat and go, I own you. I am going to dominate you. I am going to steward God's resources.
And Dave, what you're saying again is not so much the money, but it's our attitude toward the money, isn't it?
Well, it is, and that's in Scripture. You know, that idea of being intense. You know, it says in Proverbs, if you've signed surety, my son, do this. Surety is an Old English Bible word for gotten into debt. Do this. Here's the formula. Do this. Give no sleep to your eyes, no slumber to your eyelids. That sounds like extra jobs to me. And deliver yourself